Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished.
Yep, the punishment of your iniquity is accomplished. Go ahead.
O daughter of Zion.
Yep.
He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
Yeah, because the Lord, him bringing judgment on the so-called white man to redeem the Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So we didn't been through our punishment. It was time to pass that cup. Matter of fact, pass 2 cups to the so-called white man. So everything that we went through, they can go through double. Go ahead.
He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom.
Yep.
He will discover thy sins.
He will discover thy sins.
Revelations 18:7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her.
Yeah, because at a point in time, America was the shit, so to speak. The economy was good. Import, export, like I was saying earlier. They ain't think nothing could touch them. They was unstoppable. But the Lord, he got a different plan for them. Now he's showing, like it just said, he's uncovering their nakedness. He remembering their iniquity. He gonna give them recompense for their sins. Because it wouldn't be fair that you, the most hated person in the world, and you can do your job and be wicked. We went on. We had to get punishment for it. The Lord gonna punish you too.
You got a precept. Not precept for that. Sirach, chapter 15, verse 20. He hath commanded no man to do wickedly, neither hath he given any man license to sin.
Yeah, he hath commanded no man to do wickedly, or have he given. Read that again,
Sirach, chapter 15, verse 20. He hath commanded no man to do wickedly, neither hath he given any man license to sin.
Yeah, neither have he given any man license to sin. So, like, people be like trying to say, like, the Lord made him slip or nothing. No, that's you. Especially with the so-called white man. That's his purpose. His purpose is to be wicked. That's his job. That's why he's so good at it. That's why our people, they look weird when they do it.
Yeah, but he's not approved of it. Alright? He's not approved. Yeah. At the end of the day, the Lord orchestrates everything, because like Elder Gabar went over, if the Lord created us to be who we are, and how can you sin if he created us that way? Because he could do it like that. That's how he set it up. He gave no man license to sin. Even though he let that spirit get on you, Esau has that spirit to sin, but he don't approve of it. Alright? But that's your spirit. That's what you gonna do about it.
Yeah, like you said, he ain't approve of it, so because he created you to be the wicked, that don't mean he's not gonna judge you for being wicked. You know?
Because you actually being wicked on your own, but that's the spirit that the Lord gave you. But it's through your own doings.
Which goes back to blaspheming his name, because you say you love the Lord, your country is built off the Bible, and all of this and all of that. But won't you try to be righteous? If you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, since you're so righteous.
But deep down, you don't want to be, man.
Yep. That's the spirit, man. You know? But at the end of the day, everything the so-called white man did, he can't get approved by the Most High. All right? You know, only Israelites can't get recompense, eligible for repentance. So if you're an Edomite, even if you're in our shoes, the only way you get eligible for repentance is if you get your punishment. All right? You ain't get your punishment. And you don't have eligibility for repentance.
Psalms 119 and 155. Salvation is far from the wicked.
Yep, salvation is far from the wicked. So they can say they believe in the Most High and they believe they're saved or want to be saved from the Judgment Day. But that doesn't mean that it's going to happen. The scripture says salvation is far from the wicked, as well as our people as well, the 2/3. Because all in all, if you want to get saved, you will do what you need to do in order to get saved. You're not going to say you want to be saved and you continuously do wickedness.
Salvation is far from the wicked, for they seek not thy statutes.
Yep, for they seek not thy statutes. They can yell and scream and clap and dance as much as they want to, but they really don't seek his statute. That's why the churches don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
It's living proof. Right here. Right here, man. You know, y'all don't seek his statutes holy. There's no Edomite out here that believes that the so-called white man should be put to death for his sins. That's according to the law statutes. He's supposed to. You know, his judgment is death. Especially as a nation. You know, y'all didn't fight to change it. Y'all didn't buck up against it. Y'all let it go. Because y'all was in power, y'all really didn't care. But then when it comes to that judgment, oh, you ain't got nothing to do with them. All of us are not like that. Well, if all y'all wasn't like that, what was y'all so-called born down-home Christians that was here when slavery was coming about? Over 400 years, you didn't have no Edomite revolt against other Edomites about slavery. All right? It took us to revolt and run away and do things to stop slavery, you know? And when it's a benefit to you niggas, you crackers, then you hopped on the bandwagon.
Like you know, they was using the Bible back then. They was using the Bible as justification for slavery.
Yeah.
Revelations 18:7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her.
Yep, it's like a rich man going poor, losing everything in one day.
For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Yeah, and that's how America sit. Like, can't nothing stop them. Like, they the best of the best, and nobody's ever gonna take them out of power.
Yeah, I be watching like, you know, UFC and shit. Like Bisbee versus old boy, they UFC. They got his ass whooped, man. The only way you gonna win if you got a Jake fighting for you. You know? It was all on Brock Lesnar. America is a real proud nation, that's the point. It's like when the Olympics come around, they come together, they are pro-Negro when it's time for us to represent them as a country to their benefit. But when it comes to the internal problem, they cast us off. You know? They're a proud ass people, man. And they cutthroat, man.
They make mockery commercials.
Yep. They be USA, but when they come back home, they'll turn around and call her a nigga.
Monkey.
Yeah, or a monkey.
Call her a monkey, yeah. You know, you done won all the medals, you get out in public, like, yeah, that's my homie. Like, clowning this nigga, yeah, bitch ass nigga. When the time comes time that person to get out there on the forefront and represent you, and you know they can do it, you can be like, yeah, this my homie, you know, he representing, you know, D-Block, you know, all that bullshit, man. You know?
Revelations 18:8. Therefore shall plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine.
Yep, therefore shall their plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine. Meaning it's gonna all come, it's all gonna come just like that. This is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen. They're gonna be like economy crash. 2 years later, they've been trying to build it up. Then civil unrest. Oh, it's gonna be popping up. Martial law, economy crash, race riots, Third World War.
Do it say salvation in there anywhere?
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine. She shall be utterly burnt with fire.
Yep, salvation right there for the elect. That fire right there is them thermonuclear missiles in that Third World War. That's coming right around the corner. Israel ready.
For strong is the Lord power who judges. That's how verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
So the ones that they didn't, did business with, they helped get rich and got rich off of, once America get destroyed, they gonna see that smoke like, damn, we used to make bread. They gonna see that smoke like, it's a wrap now. The missiles done dropped, they ain't nothing. If we was dependent on them, we gotta be independent of them.
We did America rain. And all them ashes rain down on them other countries. That's America literally raining down on them.
Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
In 1 hour is thy judgment come. That judgment's gonna come within 1 hour. This is gonna be over here in 28 minutes. It's gonna completely eradicate everything.
The merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Yeah, if America gets destroyed, there's no way for you to do business with America. And that's exactly what is going to happen. They're going to weep and mourn for it because they're going to feel like they ain't going to have no income.
Everybody gonna be buying them $300 LeBron.
Yeah. Yeah.
Merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones, and of pearls and of fine linen, and purple and silk and scarlet, all thin wood, and all manner vessels of ivory, and all manner vessels of precious wood. Revelation 18 and 12. The merchandise of
it's page 2.
the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thin wood and all manner vessels of ivory, and all manner vessels of precious wood and of brass, iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour, and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men.
So everything that America exported and imported, such and such, the business that they did people with, it's not going to happen. It's like it's slowing down now. That's because the economy is getting worse and worse. Jobs is overseas, unemployment skyrocketing, hyperinflation around the corner, gas going up, food going up, taxes going up, checks going down. Ain't nobody trying to do business with America, so they can't give out jobs. They can't boost the economy if they ain't got no help. The more they try to help, quote unquote help, printing off more dollars, the more they hurting themselves. It's like you throwing a boomerang, you in a room by yourself throwing a boomerang with a blindfold.
Spin it to the wind.
And the wind, yeah, you spin it to the wind, into the wind, and you're smacking it right in the face. And you continuously doing it. Go ahead.